Welcome to this basketball broadcast brought to you by WHOU and WFKT by Bowers Funeral Home, the County Federal Credit Union, TNT, Northern Maine Community College, Scoville Building Supply, FAP Body, United Insurance, J. McLaughlin Construction, Daigle Oil Company, Priority Auto Sales, Rick Hannigan Plumbing, Cushman & Sons, KVHC, County Ag and Turf, Holton Tire and Steelstone, Maine Equipment, Griffith Ford, Napa and Coastal Auto Parts, Pat's Pizza, Madigan Home Healthcare, Pioneer Times, Pioneer Broadband, Thompson and Hamill, Aroostook Limousines, Huber Engineered Woods, Jeans Electronics, County Physical Therapy, Katahdin Trust Company, White Smiles, Maine Baseball Academy, S.W. Collins, Nortrax, Herring Brothers. Now let's go down to the floor.
Okay, about 10 or 15 seconds, I guess. Good evening and welcome to Fort Fairfield High School. We're getting ready to bring you a Class C battle between the Fort Fairfield Tigers and the visiting St. Aroostook Panthers. My name's Kevin Schoberg, joined by Bobby Russell, Ricky Goupel on camera, Marco Almonte, the producer, back at the station. As we are into our J. McLaughlin Construction pregame show. And Bobby, a couple quick hits on both these squads, of course, starting with St. Aroostook. Not much of a sample size yet. They played about 10 days ago. Picked up a victory, but bring back a lot of strong players.
Yeah, they've only laced them up once in convincing victory, opening night, actually, up in Van Buren, and have been off since. So, coach is maybe going to worry about a little bit of rust here in the early going, but once the kids get up and down the floor, get back into the rhythm. Of course, they're led by Braden Bradbury, the senior, been around for 4 years now, and he's going to be a handful inside for the Tigers to control it. Really have to key on him on the inside.
And on the Fort Fairfield side, quickly, they got off to a good start with a win over Katahdin. Since then, a couple tough opponents in Easton and Fort Kent, lost both of them. But also on Fort Fairfield side, they're a veteran group.
Well, they are. They bring back, I believe, everybody from last year, and then they add Caden Barnes as a center inside, about 6'1", 6'2". So, yeah, they are veteran, as well as St. Aroostook. Looking over at the St. Aroostook lineup, they all saw valuable minutes last year on their team that got to the quarterfinals, finished number one in Class D. But the Tigers led by Dawson Watson. The last time we saw him against Easton, getting a little bit of foul trouble. They need him on the floor to kind of direct traffic, so we have to key on that and see if he can stay on the floor.
Both these teams lost to Sumner last year in the playoffs, Fort Fairfield in the prelim round, and then St. Aroostook was surprised in the quarterfinal round. So that was the common opponent there. Of course, they faced each other twice during the season last year, as they do every year, and St. Aroostook won both those battles. But again, based on the fact that there are a lot of veterans for both teams, a lot of talent, expect a pretty competitive game here tonight.
Well, I think you're absolutely right. In both ball clubs, they know each other pretty well. We see this a lot with the AYBL being on the scene here in Aroostook County. They play against each other from about 5th, 6th grade, really, maybe in some cases 3rd or 4th grade, all the way up through. So they know each other quite well, and it's maybe 20, 22 miles down the road. So certainly you could say at one time, maybe still is. I'm kind of away from the scene a little bit more now, but was a rivalry at one time.
Now it's time for the County Federal Credit Union starting lineup. Central Rustic just introduced. Josh Thomas, Stetson Nicholas, Braden Bradbury, Jake Carville, and Ethan Pryor. Jason Woodworth, the coach of the Central Rustic Panthers. He's in his 5th season.
And looking at them coming out, it looks like Ethan Pryor's grown a little. Of course, Braden Bradbury's over it. And Jacob Carville looks like he's got a little more meat on his bones this year, too.
It is interesting sometimes that jump from the junior year to senior year.
1 year to the next. Yeah, it's amazing how much the kids grow.
For Fairfield being introduced right now, their lineup tonight includes Wyatt Keegan, Dawson Watson, Caden Barnes, Chase Griffith coming out there right now. And the 5th starter for Fort Fairfield is Colby Langner. So 4 seniors and a junior in the starting 5 for Fort Fairfield. And Central Rustic has 3 seniors and 2 sophomores. Vaughn McLaughlin, the coach of the Fort Fairfield Tigers, assisted by Cody Clausen. And those are your County Federal Credit Union starting lineups as we get ready for the national anthem and then the tip-off of tonight's contest. Again, a Class C battle. Central Rustic 15-3 a year ago, taking on Fort Fairfield. They had a record of 12-6. That's your national anthem. Final instructions by both coaches, and we get ready for tip-off. First, it's time for the injury report, brought to you by County Physical Therapy. Whether you want to get back to sports, back to work, or simply back to living your life, County Physical Therapy can help. Visit one of their 5 convenient locations or online at countypt.com to learn how CPT can help you. Tonight's officials, Larry Worcester, along with Bob Stepp and Pedro Rodriguez. Fort Fairfield ventures on to the court first. Caden Barnes will jump center for the Tigers. Braden Bradbury will match up against him at center court. The Panthers going from left to right on your dial. Tigers from right to left, and the tap is controlled by Fort Fairfield.
Central Rustic starting out man-to-man defense. See if the Tigers look to get the ball inside. Watson's going to take the 3 to get him going, but Barnes has got Jacob Carville drawing the assignment on him. A little bit of height advantage for him.
Here comes Central Rustic. Josh Thomas in the corner, tries a 3. That one's no good. Rebound Pryor. Stetson Nicholas drains the 3.
Well, Thomas didn't get the first one to go, but just the hustle, offensive rebound, gives him an extra chance, and Nicholas drops it.
Keegan to Watson. Chase Griffith. 3-point threat. Said gets it down low to Caden Barnes. Shot is missed, and Nicholas comes away with it.
And the Panthers, it looks like Braden Bradbury, certainly the senior, directing some traffic out there. You get in the middle of the lane, but they graduated Ben Thomas last year, Josh's older brother. I see he's sitting in the stands over there. That's going to go the other way. Josh Thomas picks up the player control foul against Wyatt Keegan. But it looks like maybe Braden's going to run a little bit of point guard for him, at least direct a little traffic, get the offense set up, and then maybe get inside.
Right now it's Bradbury and Nicholas in the backcourt. Nicholas bringing the ball up the floor against Dawson Watson. Here's Pryor. Carvel tries to get it inside to Bradbury. Nice catch, misses the shot, gets the offensive rebound, pivots, lays it up and in.
He used the big wide shoulders there. Great job of the pivot. Went 360 all the way around and found himself open.
Now we have a Central Rustic foul. They're going to get Nicholas with the hand check.
See a lot of kids playing defense with their hands. Got to move those feet. Your hands behind your back. Those will get you in trouble.
Here's Griffith. Floater's no good. Tipped around. Barnes lets it go out of bounds. And good play by him as it was off Central Rustic.
Yeah, that was a heads-up play. He probably wasn't going to be able to save it. But prior to that, though, nice curl down the lane by Chase Griffith. He couldn't get the floater to go.
Fort Fairfield misses another three. And Thomas finishes the fast break. And a quick timeout taken right now by Vaughn McLaughlin and the Fort Tigers. It's Central Rustic up 7-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds on WHOU.
Hi from Jeans, where you'll find better TV and more ways to enjoy it. Get 190 channels for $59.99 a month with Dish. Plus, get a free voice remote on us. And remember, we're also trained Nest Pros and deliver white glove service for all kinds of smart home solutions, like the Google Nest Learning Thermostat or the Google Nest Cam Outdoor, which lets you look after your home from anywhere so you can travel worry-free. So come and visit our newest location on Stillwater in Bangor, or visit us online to find a local store near you.
Well, Bobby, when you're the road team, you can't really ask for a better start. Central Rustic able to get out and run and take that 7-0 early lead here.
Well, they've had a little bit of both. Outside, they drained a three with Nicholas, and then Bradbury was inside as well as on the fast break with Josh Thomas. Getting out, running the delivery from Braden Bradbury. Put the pass right on the money, and the Tigers didn't get back on defense. He was able to lay it in uncontested. But you're right, absolutely. Especially, we talked about, it's been about 10 days since they played, so real good start by the Panthers.
Before Fairfield turns it over, so Carville, again, a nice pass down low. But Nicholas went up with it and deflected out of bounds. And the ball goes to Fort Fairfield.
The right idea, a real unselfish play. Got in the lane. He might have been able to take the shot, but tried to get it in a little closer and just through the hands of Nicholas.
Griffith, a nice bounce pass down low to Barnes. Lays it up and in. Nice entry pass there to make that basket possible.
Yeah, see if the Tigers try to get it pounded inside and then once the defense collapses on him, generate the offense outside from there.
Again, Bradbury with a nice move underneath. Got the pass from Thomas. And then did his magic down low.
Yeah, big, strong kid. This one up and got it.
9-2 in favor of Central Rustic. Just 3 minutes into this one.
The Panthers doing a real nice job this trip. Carville's going to get hit with the foul there as they try to get inside of Langner, but denying Barnes the entry pass. They were switching on the screens. Fort Fairfield run the basic motion offense, screen away, and they would switch to stay in front of Barnes and not allow the entry.
Here's Griffiths going to try a three. He drains it.
Well, that's big for the Tigers because the last game we saw when they played Easton, Fort Fairfield struggled from the outside. I don't know if they might have had 1-3 the entire game. If they had any, it was only one. So that's a big bucket there by Chase Griffith.
Down low to Carvel, to Pryor. And we're going to have a foul called on Griffith. Fort Fairfield. So it's going to be Central Rustic with the basketball underneath the basket. 4:36 left to play in this first quarter. Bradbury with a floater, short, but gets the offensive rebound. Too strong. Rebound. Comes away to Fort Fairfield. Bradbury slow to come off the floor. And now fast break opportunity stolen back by Watson. Keegan with a miss. Tipped around. Fort Fairfield's going to come away with it. And that's going to be a kick on Pryor, so Fort Fairfield will reset, put it in play right in front of us.
Well, the Tigers had a couple opportunities there, but couldn't get one to go for them.
It was 7-0. Now it's 9-5. For Fairfield, a chance to get a little closer, but they're going to get Dawson Watson with the travel. Nice crowd gathered here at Fort Fairfield High School for this Monday evening game.
It is on this chilly night. What happened to that 45-degree weather we had?
Yeah, it did not last long. There's Josh Thomas draining the three.
And they just got the ball to the foul line and then kicked it out to him. He knocked it down, and then Watson had the defender on his hip the whole way. Nice job there, keeping him there. When he went up, he got hit by, I believe it's Stetson Nicholas.
Yeah, he has two fouls now. Yeah, so number 22 for Central Aroostook is coming in, Drew Belmain. Coach Woodworth informed me before the game he will be running a lot of players in and out. 11 players available tonight.
Well, keeps them fresh.
Watson misses the first foul shot. Gets the second one to go. For Fairfield, doubling up on Central Aroostook, 12-6, 3:35 left to play in this opening quarter, and they're going to get Bradbury for the travel.
He took one step with the right foot, being the left foot as his pivot, and then he stepped with that one. Official right on the spot there.
Watson looks for a teammate as he picks up his dribble. Griffith tries to whip it down low to Langner, but Caden Barnes right there. I don't think he was the intended recipient, but he took advantage.
Yeah, he was Caden on the spot. Ball falls into his hands and hits a little floater. Oh, nice backdoor cut. Great feed. That was Jacob Carville hitting Bradbury.
Carville looks really strong with his passing here early on.
Yeah, there was no room for error on that pass, and he hit it right on the money.
There's a miss, tipped around. Langner comes up with it. Wyatt Keegan off the dribble, drains a three.
They credit Malcolm Langner there for keeping it in play. I say Malcolm, that's the older brother. I knew it as soon as I said it. Colby Langner.
He'd forgive you for that. Close enough. He probably gets that a lot.
Oh, nice timing. Josh Thomas, 2 blocks. Got Watson first and then denied Barnes.
That was a 3 to tie it, but instead, Caden Barnes with the offensive rebound and the putback.
And I believe that was Langner in there banging as well that time. It kind of popped it free right into Barnes' hand.
2:12 left in this first quarter, 14-13. Panthers with the lead. There's Bradbury in traffic. He draws the foul, so Braden Bradbury, the senior, to the line.
That's a nice answer by the Tigers. Get down 7-0. Coach McLaughlin called the timeout. Got everybody's feet back underneath them, and they've been clicking a little better on the offensive end.
First free throw is off the mark, as we're going to see Lucas Haynes checking in for the Panthers. Bradbury's second foul shot also rims out. Langner up high for the rebound for Fairfield. Gets it across to Keegan. There's Barnes. Takes a dribble. Gets stuck in some traffic there and is called for the 3-second violation.
When he got stuck in traffic, he never cleared himself out of the lane. Coach Woodworth looks like he's going to get a full timeout.
14-13 in favor of the Panthers. 1:57 left in the first quarter. We'll be back in 1 minute on WHOU.
Aroostook Limousines and Ace Rent-A-Car get you there in style. Aroostook Limousines has 8 and 12 passenger limousines and a 20 passenger party bus for evenings out, proms, weddings, birthdays, concerts, whatever the celebration. Travel anywhere in-state. And Ace Rent-A-Car specializes in insurance rentals and has locations in Presque Isle, Holton, and Patton at Savage Paint and Body. Ace offers everything from compact cars to vans. Ace Rent-A-Car. We do it right and we make it easy. Reach both businesses at 768-7368.
Hello, this is Tony Bowers at Bowers Funeral, and we want to wish good luck to to all area basketball teams, boys and girls, as you strive for the gold ball at the end of the season. We are proud to be a part of your communities and our family serving your family since 1900. Good luck, play hard, and above all, be good sportsmen.
We're back at Fort Fairfield High School. So Jason Woodworth saw something, and he knew it would take a little bit longer than normal to explain it. So he took the full timeout. And now let's see how the Panthers adjust. Fort Fairfield has crawled to within a point.
He wanted to get his point across.
And Bradbury again called for steps.
Yeah, it's a nice job by the Tigers, really condensing the lane, packing it in. Not allowing the dribble penetration that time and taking away the interior passing that the Panthers had in the early going.
Keegan is open, but Barnes again with the rebound, and he draws contact. Caden Barnes very active underneath in the early going.
Well, he certainly has been, and the Central Rustic has got to put a body on him. He's got springs in his legs. He'll be able to go up over most of the Panthers and bring in the rebounds.
His first free throw is on the way. Takes his time, uses a lot of the 10 seconds he's allowed, and misses the first. Free throw number 2 on the way for the junior. That one is no good. Belmain has the ball tipped away. Jacob Carville comes up with it. Here's Haynes. Carville gets a touch. Haynes fires one from three-point land with a miss. Bradbury with a strong offensive rebound and the putback.
He just went up over Langner that time and was able to get the rebound. But Keegan, he took one in front of us the last trip, didn't get it to go, but that one was pure. Knots the game up at 16.
Well, they struggle against Easton from three-point land, but they already have 3 three-pointers in this first quarter. There's a miss by Haynes. Belmain there for the rebound. Gets tied up. Watson comes away with it, and they have numbers. Keegan lays it up, no good. Bradbury now has it with 23 seconds left to play in the period.
Nice job there by the Tigers of closing the lane off, not letting Bradbury penetrate.
There's a 3, no good by Belmain. Barnes to Keegan. Now Langner, he travels. Try to collect it and set his feet, but unable to do so without traveling. Malachi Fitzherbert getting his first action.
Definitely the right idea by the Tigers. Good give up in the open floor. Just maybe going a step too fast to get both feet down and settled.
Panthers have
break there.
Panthers have 5 seconds now to get a shot off, but Bradbury throws it away.
There's plenty of time here for the Tigers. 4.2. Doesn't look like they're going to put a little bit of pressure on, but they're going to let it come in.
Here's Watson. He's going to create. And not going to get a shot off. Tied up at 16 after 1 period of play. We'll be back to Fort Fairfield High School right after this 1-minute break.
Pioneer Fiber to the Home is now available in Holton, Sherman, Stacyville, Calais, and Baileyville. Streaming live events in high definition like high school basketball is best viewed with the most stable and fastest connections. Pioneer Broadband delivers state-of-the-art fiber directly into your home to handle all of your most demanding internet needs. Don't get left behind with slower technology. Get the fiber you need. Pioneer Broadband.
Be good for Nana, okay?
I love you. That's not me.
A moment like this is decades in the making. The County Federal Credit Union, partnering with you to achieve financial success so you can enjoy the moments that matter. CountyFCU.org.
We're back at Fort Fairfield High School. I'm Kevin Schoberg along with Bobby Russell, Ricky Gupel on camera. As we start another week of high school basketball. This one is tied at 16. Start of period number 2. Fitzherbert. Over now to Thomas, who drives. And is called for the player control foul. And again, the interior defense, Fort Fairfield, impressive early on.
Certainly after the first few minutes, Central Rustic get out in transition. Bradbury kind of established himself, but they have taken that away for the most part here in the last 4 to 5 minutes of the first quarter and starting this second quarter.
There's Watson. Nice pass and a nice catch there by Caden Barnes. He's up to 8 points.
I don't think he intended it to go through the wickets of Fitzherbert, but it wound up getting there.
There's a spin by Pryor. Fitzherbert is going to try one from three-point land, off the mark. Again, Fort Fairfield with a quick outlet. Barnes cannot get it to go. Long rebound to Bradbury. Braden's going to drive and draw a foul.
He wasn't going to be denied that time. Kept the dribble going. Got around the defense. Looks like this one's going to go on Chase Griffith. Be his second, I believe.
So 2 shots, and looks like we're going to have a substitute for Fort Fairfield. I think it's the first one for them in the game. It's Avery Cormier. Bradbury goes 2 out of 2 from the line. Ties it at 18. Cormier with the ball to Langner. And his shot from the paint is good.
Man trailing down the middle on the break. Tigers use the pass up the sideline. Langner comes down the middle and hits the floater.
Nice pass to Langner from Watson. Beautiful play by Dawson Watson.
Well, they got the turnover just over half court. Put him in the double team. Watson picked the pocket. And beautiful shovel pass. Here's another turnover.
Watson again on the open floor. That time the shot is blocked. But they're going to get a foul. And Watson is going to step to the line.
It's going to go on Josh Thomas. That'll be his second foul as well. Tigers really picking up the pace here. Coach Woodworth going to get a 60.
All right, it's Fort Fairfield by 4 here early in this second quarter. We'll be back in 1 minute on WHOU.
Want that special item for this year's high school basketball season to show your team support? Cushman & Sons, locally owned and operated in Presque Isle, has team sportswear and will do custom embroidery, screen printing, logo design, digital and printing, as well as banners, decals, and other vinyl works. Cushman & Sons also can design trophies, awards, and add specialty items. Cushman & Sons, 764-3833 or CushmanandSonsInc.com. And don't forget to visit and like their Facebook page. If you can think it, Cushman & Sons will say, yeah, we can do that.
We are back at Fort Fairfield High School. The Tigers have taken over momentum in this one. They lead 22-18, trail at one time, 7-0. And right now, Dawson Watson can put a couple more points on the board.
And they put a little pressure on here, stretching it out, going a little bit, token full court man-to-man, a little jumping at half court and trapping, and it's caused a couple turnovers in the last couple possessions. And the other thing we talked about at the beginning of the game was when we saw him play against Easton, Dawson Watson got in foul trouble early. He has not picked up a foul yet. He's been on the floor. He's been the catalyst in this run, delivering, stealing, delivering, knocking down a couple free throws.
Yeah, when he gets out on the open floor leading the break, a lot of good things generally happen for Fort Fairfield. And they have some other guys that can run the floor with him.
They do.
They're an exciting team to watch. So Jacob Carvel will trigger it in. Tries to get it in Nicholas. But quick hands there by Cormier to tie it up.
Well, once again, clogging up the middle, and Central Rustic trying to get the ball going to the basket. Cormier's right there as the pass came in. He will get his mitts on it to tie it up.
Here comes Watson. Finds a lane. Tries to get it to Cormier. Stolen away by Pryor, and Cormier gets there late, commits the foul.
Well, that's one thing. You got to have your hands ready, because Dawson Watson, we've seen be able to deliver passes. He looked like he's on the baseline and bottled up, and all of a sudden here comes the ball back up through the middle. Have those hands ready.
So the Panthers trailing by 6. Bradbury's going to try one from deep. No good. Tipped around. Pryor keeps it alive. Nicholas tries to chase it down right in front of the band. Goes out of bounds. Watson gets it across with 5.5 minutes left to play in this first half. Goes out of bounds. Going to stay with Fort Fairfield. Wagner with a little jump hook there, no good. Here comes Bradbury.
I like how the big fella handles the ball. He can rebound it and then just take it on his own. They're going to get a foul there. Ooh. Could be on a couple different Tigers, but somebody had a lot of arm.
Let's see who they get.
I think it was Dawson Watson picking up his first foul.
So Carvel is the trigger man. A very good passing big man. Now Bradbury works on Cormier. Out for his third travel of the game. So Fort Fairfield still up by 6 with the ball.
And just couldn't hold the pivot foot as he tried to go back to the baseline. Again, the Tigers slowing him up. Staying in position between him and the basket. Not going for any fakes. Well, that's Watson. A tough shot there by Dawson Watson. Get in behind the backboard. Brings it back around with the left hand.
Yep,
young fella taking over here in this second quarter.
And as you can see, when he is on the floor, a difference maker. And Pryor is called for the player control foul. Watson drawing it.
No question, lower the shoulder, solid contact right in the middle of the chest. Just his first, though. That is now the 7th, though, on Central Rustic, and the Tigers have 6, so we're shooting free throws either way.
4:40 left. Fort Fairfield on an 8-0 run. 10-2 since the start of the second quarter. Keegan looks to hand it off to Watson. Stolen away by Nicholas. Wagner comes up with it. There's Barnes. He's going to drive, lay it up, too strong. Wagner there for the putback. His third field goal of the quarter puts Fort Fairfield up by 10.
Well, how about the effort by Colby Wagner? Out here hustling, keeping the ball alive. Then he gets back offensive rebounds. Had a tough angle, too. He was in behind the backboard and floated one up over the side of the rim.
Here's Josh Thomas. Midway through this second quarter. Carvel can't get it to go. Keegan grabs the rebound. Up ahead to Barnes, a 2-on-1. Barnes is going to take it all the way, lay it up and in, but they take it away.
Good defensive play by Braden Bradbury, knowing the Barnes was coming at him. Got the feet moved over. Draws the charge.
We have another timeout being taken by Central Rustic and Coach Jason Woodworth. It's a 30. We'll be right back on WHOU.
Excellence at ground level is what you get with J. McLaughlin Construction in Holton. Founded in 2012, the company plans the construction of streets, residential areas, and commercial buildings, and they are involved in both public and private projects. Their high-quality work and many years of experience have earned them an excellent reputation and a loyal client base. Regardless of whether you need a detailed plan for a building or would like to build a road, J. McLaughlin Construction is your reliable partner for all your engineering needs. Call J. McLaughlin Construction at 532-6335 or 694-2546.
Welcome back. It's high school basketball on WHOU. Central Aroostook will have the basketball following the timeout. Central Aroostook has already used 3 of its 5 allotted timeouts. See if they can get on track here, down by 10 points. Here's Bradbury, player control foul. Gonna go the other way.
That was picked up by Dawson Watson.
And Central Aroostook
second.
Really struggling in their half-court offense to get anything going.
Yeah, they've been slowed down by the Tiger defense.
There's a block shot there by Pryor. Bradbury comes away with it. Watson guarding him.
And Pryor's been able to get his hands on a few of those shots inside the lane. That time Barnes gets a hand on a pass.
There's Thomas, can't get the shot to go. Panthers have gone ice cold. There's Langner with a catch.
Oh, if he turned to his left, he'd have had an open shot. Garvel had a hold of Barnes' shorts. He almost pantsed him.
Boy, Barnes is a quick leaper too, isn't he?
Oh, he is. You got to put a body on him, get down low, and back him out of there. You can't make it obvious, but you got to use your lower leg strength and just back him out a couple steps away and get him really on your back. Make it obvious that he's on your back. Otherwise, he's going up over you.
Well, he leads Fort Fairfield with 8 points. Chance to add to that total here with the clock stopped. 3:03 to play in the second quarter. Can't get the free throw to go. He's 0 for 3 from the line. Here come the Panthers. Held to just 2 points in the first 5 minutes of this second quarter. There's Pryor. He got it to go. Nice pass by Bradbury.
Yeah, that's a nice find there as Pryor's in the middle of the lane. Of course, Bradbury draws all kinds of attention. Defense collapses on him, leaving Pryor open.
Watson tries to get it to Barnes. It went off a Panther player, then off Barnes' hands and out of bounds. Hot potato there.
Certainly was. Right idea. And just a little higher maybe. Barnes can get up and go get it. Throw it up high. Let him go get it.
Nicholas to Thomas. A long 3 is good.
Well, there's 5 quick ones by the Panthers.
Thomas with a couple 3-pointers now. 28-23. The lead that was 10 is now 5.
The last 2 possessions, the Panthers cut the lead right in half with the 3 from Thomas and the runner from Pryor.
Watson again goes baseline and got the shot to go.
Well, if you're Coach Woodworth, you got to live with that. They did everything right. Got him baseline under the basket. He reaches out and puts a little English on it, and the ball falls for him.
Thomas with a miss, but Pryor with the offensive rebound. There's Bradbury. To Nicholas, top of the key, no good. Ball loose. Keegan ends up with it. It's a 2-on-1 up ahead to Barnes. Lays it up and in.
Well, the Tigers really looking on defensive rebounds, looking up the floor and using that long pass to their advantage. Had numbers that time, and pass there from Langner to Barnes. Found him, and he's able to shed the defense.
Pryor with the answer on the other end. Well, both these teams like to go up and down, but right now it's definitely advantage Fort Fairfield.
Well, it has been. They really have slowed Central Aroostook down. There was they held them to 2 points for the first 4 minutes of the quarter or so. Langner again, he's been killing them on the offensive glass.
8 points all in this second quarter. We're under a minute left. 34-25. Bradbury working on Langner. Gets the shot to go and draws the foul.
Langner did everything right there, slid his feet, stayed between him, just caught him on the elbow going up.
So Langner now with 2 fouls. Nobody in real danger at this point. There's still 48 seconds to play in the second quarter.
If you can get to the halftime with only 2 fouls, you wouldn't consider that in any foul trouble. Central Aroostook does have 4 players with 2 fouls, Fort Fairfield with 2.
Bradbury cannot get the free throw to go. So it's a 7-point game. Watson again finds Barnes off the backboard and in.
That time there, the pass was nice and high. He was able to go up and get it. Looked Bradbury in the eye and said who's going to jump first, and he was able to take it up and use the window.
Here's Bradbury with the floater.
Yeah, tough shot. The answer right back at Barnes. Now we're down to 20 seconds. We'll see if the Tigers hold it. Yeah, coach is saying hold it for 1.
Chase Griffith hands it off to Keegan with 10 seconds. Back to Griffith.
See if they can get it back to Watson.
Down to 4 seconds. Keegan, shot is good. Off the front of the rim, finally dropped in.
It's a tough shot there, too. It's kind of lost the handle on the dribble and lost it as he was going up as well and still able to hit the rim. That's where you get the rotation on the basketball. Catches those grooves and falls in for him.
Fort Fairfield leads it 38-29 as we have reached halftime. We'll take a break and we will come back for our Katahdin Trust halftime show. Come back in 3 minutes right here on WHOU.
Katahdin Valley Health Center, or KVHC, is a network of 6 community health centers dedicated to providing affordable, comprehensive, and high-quality care to people of all ages and incomes. We accept all patients and insurances, including those who are uninsured or on main care. Our committed patient care team is here for you, offering an extensive range of services to provide you with quality health care. We're creating healthy communities starting with you. Call or visit our website today.
Madigan Healthcare Services provides a continuum of healthcare, from skilled nursing facility, rehab therapy, to home healthcare.
After 5 days in the hospital, they suggested that I come to the Madigan. The level of care, the service, the respect that they showed me, even the aftercare, everything about it was really excellent, and I feel healthy. So the services that I've received at the Madigan have enabled me to get back to those things that I really love to do.
Get a jump on your future by exploring your possibilities at Northern Maine Community College. The team of faculty and staff at NMCC will position you for a lifetime of success. With over 35 degree and certificate programs, including our newest offerings in water treatment technology, you will be amazed at how quickly your new skills will open a world of opportunity. Visit us online today at nmcc.edu. Northern Maine Community College. Succeed here.
Nortrax is your John Deere construction and forestry equipment dealer for the entire state of Maine. We stand ready to serve all your new and used heavy equipment needs. Count on Nortrax for 24-hour parts and service support and around-the-clock machine monitoring with JD Link. Our certified technicians and parts specialists alongside our product support technology reps are here to serve you. We stand ready as your John Deere construction and forestry equipment team in Maine.
This is Ben Adams from Priority Auto Sales. Listen, I know you've been seeing a lot of these orange plates around town lately, and trust me, I'm not just paying people to drive around in our vehicles all day. Every day we're selling cars, trucks, and SUVs. Why? It's simple. Discounted prices up front, great selection, and low pressure sales. We're simply not playing the games. We really are creating a new way to shop for a used vehicle. Check us out at yourpriorityauto.com and like us on Facebook. Priority Auto Sales, Route 1 in Holton.
TheCounty.me, your source for countywide sports, including scores and highlights from the greater Holton, Presque Isle, and Caribou regions. We also are the source for all the latest daily news and community happenings for readers of the Holton Pioneer Times, the Star Herald, and the Aroostook Republican and News coverage area. Visit us now on the web at TheCounty.me.
Welcome back to Fort Fairfield High School. We've reached halftime, so that means it's our Katahdin Trust halftime show. And we have a special guest with us. It's a Fort Fairfield High School graduate from 2016, Josh Ricker. Played a lot of sports here in Fort Fairfield, and he's kept sports up at the college level too. He majors in sports management at USM. But we'll have him talk a little bit about this as we go on. Josh, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Bobby and I will kind of swap off here asking questions, and I'll just start off. Talk about your experience here at Fort Fairfield, athletically and academically, and just kind of how it sets you up for what you're doing now.
Yeah, I think Fort Fairfield did a great job setting me up for where I am now in college and just studying abroad. I learned a lot here, whether sports or academic. I played 3 sports under some really good coaches that taught me not a lot just about the sports, but about myself and being a good person as well. And that's a shout out to John Alla, Logan McLaughlin, and Todd Alley. They're great coaches I had here. And this gym is kind of where it all started, with my love for sports, and that's why I wanted to get into sports management. And sports make people happy, and that's kind of why I want to do what I do.
So you studied abroad with the USM program. What was that like going?
It was awesome. So I was there for 3 months. I went to pretty much every soccer stadium I could. I went to a lot of ones in England, up to Liverpool, down to all the teams in London. Also went to Paris, Amsterdam, the stadiums in Greece. So I was all around, still writing and doing my soccer stuff as well, because I blog online about Liverpool. So it was really cool to get over there and see that side of the sport and that side of the business, because soccer is a sport that's not as popular in America. So it was really nice being over there.
So is it with your blog, is that one of the reasons why you wanted to head over there?
Exactly, yeah. I kind of wanted to get that exposure just to be on that side of the pond. And also as a business aspect, I've done an internship in America with the Portland Sea Dogs, obviously in baseball, and I wanted to kind of see that soccer side of the business as well.
Well, another sport that you've been involved with is baseball. You've been with the Portland Sea Dogs, interning there. Talk about what you do there, and
so I did
talk about that experience.
I did game operations there, so a lot of in-between inning promotions, as well as ticket sales before the game, on days off, going and doing office work. It was a really great experience. I was there for 2 years, and I think it definitely set me up for success when I graduate college this May.
So when you do graduate this May, do you have any feelers out there for jobs? Do you have an idea what sport you would like to
I want to stay in soccer. I think I have a couple companies in mind that do some work with the Premier League in the USA, their social media and stuff, so I'm kind of looking in that direction. I want to stay in content and definitely soccer. But.
So again, one of those satisfying things it must be when you have this goal right from high school. I don't know when you had sports management in your mind, but to go into college, to stick with it, and know that you're in the right place. Just talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, like I said, it started all in this gym. I love for sports, and it kind of just grew. And now when you start to see that success, whether it's an article I see online, next to something from CNN or Sky Sports, ESPN, it's that gratification just seeing yourself there. And that also pushes me to, keep going and see where else I can take myself.
Absolutely. Now, what about some of your memories here, being in Fort Fairfield? I believe you were on a state championship soccer team and some successful basketball teams and baseball teams. What sticks out in your mind?
I have some good ones, yeah. Obviously winning states in soccer, but my basketball team my junior year was a pretty good one. We won Eastern Mains, had a crazy run in playoffs, beating a lot of good teams, and have a few good ones beating Mars Hill on this court as well. So
that's looking good right now.
It is. They're playing good.
Yeah, they're playing really well, getting out on the open floor. Well, Josh, we appreciate you joining us, and sounds like you're doing great. It's great to catch up with you, and I wish you the best this semester and beyond.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Yeah. All right, that's Josh Ricker. He's our Katahdin Trust Company halftime show guest. We are going to take a 2-minute break. We will come back for the start of the second half for Fairfield High School basketball on WHOU.
The S.W. Collins Company is the only Makita Pro Center in Maine, which means we have access to all the latest tools that Makita has to offer. Our factory-trained employees are ready to make sure that you have the right tool for any project. With over 180 tools, Makita has the largest cordless offering with a single battery platform in the industry. And don't forget, we are also a Makita authorized service dealer. For sales, service, and the largest selection of quality Makita tools, go where the builders go, the S.W. Collins Company.
It's never too early to start planning for your future, whether that means protecting your family with life insurance, college planning, or starting to save for retirement. I want to help you get started.
Regardless of your age, it's important to start planning for your financial future now. And as you inch closer to retirement, it's important for you to protect your assets, your retirement income, and your family.
Thompson Hamel has many tools available to help you chart your course on your financial roadmap. Thompson Hamel, LLC. Your family, your future.
Tired of the same old boring meals? Try something new this week. TNT Takeout at 69 High Street in Holton has what you're looking for.
And believe me, the name doesn't lie. The food is dynamite. Every pizza is loaded with lots of gooey cheese and delicious toppings, from traditional pepperoni to barbecue chicken combination to vegetarian pizza or all meat.
You can grab their specials or enjoy salads to food off the grill, Mexican seafood, and hot or cold subs. TNT Takeout, the convenience store that has it all.
Call 521-5250.
From kitchen excellence to building damage, owning your own restaurant comes with a lot of liabilities.
Among drivers, vehicles, and business property, there's a lot of exposure.
If our equipment fails, we know United Insurance has us covered.
For us, finding the right words for marketing campaigns is simple. Finding the right insurance is not. That's why it's nice to know United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
The United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
It's high school basketball on WHOU. We're getting ready for the start of the third quarter. First, a quick rundown of the first half scoring. Start with Centristic. Josh Thomas had 8 points. Stetson Nicholas had 3. 14 for Braden Bradbury and 4 for Ethan Pryor. For Fort Fairfield, Wyatt Keegan had 8 points. Dawson Watson with 7. Chase Griffith had 3. 8 for Colby Langner. And a team-high 12 for Caden Barnes.
The second quarter, really a difference. The Tigers started a little slower than the Panthers did. The Panthers had the early 7-0 lead. Then the Tigers had a nice answer in a real big second quarter.
Yeah, they scored 10 points in a row at one point, and they ended up outscoring Centristic by a margin of 22-13. Panthers have the ball to start off. Quarter number 3 goes through the hands of Pryor, but right in the hands of Bradbury, he knocks down a 3.
And that was a good break there for the Panthers as Bradbury on the spot knocks it down. They create a turnover.
There's Thomas with a layup, so 5 quick points.
You see it's a 1-2-1-1. Another turnover.
Carville looks to drive, layup, too strong. Griffith to Watson. And again, good job there by Nicholas. Stepping in, Watson turns it over. And a Fort Fairfield timeout. We'll take 30 seconds. It's Centristic now trailing by 4. Be right back on WHOU.
White Smiles Family Dentistry realizes that life gets busy. We have locations in Presque Isle and Fort Fairfield to better accommodate your busy schedule. If you need to see a dentist but don't want to wait months for an appointment, then call White Smiles Family Dentistry. We are always accepting new patients and can accommodate you as quickly as possible. We offer the area's most complete dentistry, including implants, extractions, root canals, and implant-retained dentures, which saves you from trips downstate or transfers to another dental office. Don't wait months to see your dentist. Call White Smiles Family Dentistry today.
We're back at Fort Fairfield High School. This is not the only game going on in the county. Another big one taking place in Holton. Caribou at Holton Boys. We'll talk about the WHOU schedule for tomorrow and Wednesday a little bit later in this half. The first Centristic has it. Nicholas with a drive. Kicks it out to Bradbury. Misses a 3. Thomas with a rebound. Here's Carville. Drives. Can't get the shot to go. Ball is loose on the floor. A battle for it. And it's tied up. Fort Fairfield will have possession.
You got to make sure you put a body on somebody. That time again, just standing and going to get the ball, no body. Central Rustic able to keep it alive for a little while.
Panthers.
Almost another turnover. That would have been 3 here in early going.
They are definitely playing with a little
I'm going
bit
to guess
extra fire.
Coach Woodworth gave an inspirational speech during halftime.
Cormier in. Keegan out for Fort Fairfield. Yep, whatever he gave for wisdom there seems to have taken, at least early on here. See if Fort Fairfield has an answer.
Well, looks like they're falling back into a 2-3 zone.
You got Bradbury and Pryor with some length up top. Watson with a drive, can't get it to go. Bradbury over to Thomas. They get it inside to Pryor, lays it up and in.
That's nice position by Pryor. The pass right on the money to the hand he wanted it in. So not allowing the defense to get it. Able to turn and lay it in. The press is really slowing up the Tigers.
Cormier tries a 3, misses, long rebound. Thomas looking to run. Layup is good.
Oh, what a tough shot by Thomas. Langer right there with him.
We're tied at 38. The Panthers get it back. Tipped from behind by Watson. Now Langner's going to have a wide open layup. And he gets it to go.
I'll tell you, he's got to be one of the fastest kids with the dribble. When he gets out by everybody, nobody is catching him. There was a hot potato there, and he was able to come up with it.
So Fort Fairfield now leading 40-38. And Bradbury draws a foul on the way in. They're going to get Avery Cormier for that one. And Bradbury misses the first foul shot. Gets the second one to go. Fort Fairfield with the basketball and the 1-point lead.
And it gives the Panthers a chance to set up their pressure. Time there, the Tigers a much better job handling it.
Watson baseline. Shot is no good. Going to have a foul on Carville.
He'll be the first to pick up his third foul. He and Langner are going for the rebound, and Langner gets the worst end of that.
Pryor back in the game, replaces Carville. Here's Watson. Shot rims out.
Well, kind of the way the first quarter started. Central Rustic started hot, Fort Fairfield not so much. Pryor walks into a 3. Big run here from the Panthers to start this third quarter.
4 different players have hit 3-pointers for Central Rustic. Get the ball back. Bradbury misses the shot. Here's Watson. Steps through. And the shot blocked. It goes out of bounds. Going to stay with Fort Fairfield.
He's crafty with the dribble. Able to get all the way to the rim.
A Fort Fairfield turnover leads to a fast break layup by Josh Thomas.
And that's what we saw Fort Fairfield being able to take advantage of in that second corner. They got out in the open floor.
They lob it into Barnes. Too strong on that layup attempt. Fort Fairfield will keep it.
Well, I like that look. Throwing it up nice and high where Barnes is basically the only one that'll be able to go get it. Got to finish those ones.
Yeah, he's been quiet after scoring 12 points in the first half. Cormier's going to try one from the outside. It's over the rim. Into the hands of Bradbury. Panthers now leading by 4. Bradbury finds a room along the baseline, can't get it to go.
Well, he was able to wheel and deal all the way down the sideline there and got himself to the rim.
Here's Griffith. Misses the shot. Tipped around. Cormier comes away with it. Fort Fairfield will reset. Griffith from the top of the key misses. Langner can't get it to go. Offensive rebound is no good.
Multiple good looks there for Langner. Couldn't get either of them to go.
Here comes Pryor driving in. Shot is no good. Bradbury is open, top of the key, misses the shot. Again, Central doing a great job crashing the board. That was Cody McCrum, and it leads to that layup by Nicholas. And a timeout is taken with 3:14 to play.
Nice little up fake there as Barnes came out. Defense stood and watched. Nobody came over to help side. He was able to lay it in.
It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Talk about the action taking place in the next couple nights right here on WHOU. Both streams will be going strong on both evenings. Tomorrow, 3 girls games taking place. Holton at Central Rustic, Fort Fairfield at Fort Kent, and a big East matchup down at Old Town featuring the undefeated Hawks and the undefeated Coyotes. Again, all those games beginning at 7 o'clock. Then on Wednesday, it's a Central Rustic at Holton Boys at 7. GHCA at Fort Kent. That's a 6 o'clock tip-off. And the Herman and Old Town teams will battle in Old Town at 7 o'clock. All the action right here on WHOU. .3:14 remaining in period number 3. The Panthers trailed by 9 at halftime, and less than 5 minutes later, they're up by 6.
Yeah, see if they get Langner in the middle of the floor there. Absolutely. Get the ball in the middle, let the defense clap, then kick it back out to the wings.
Wyatt Keegan now into double figures as he hits the pull-up jumper.
If they can do that 2 or 3 times in a row, that might make Coach Woodworth second guess whether or not he wants to leave the press on much longer. Take it off a little bit, maybe surprise him again, but big bucket again. Josh Thomas knocking down another 3.
He has 9 of his 17 points in this third quarter. And it's going to be a blocking foul called on the Panthers. So Keegan.
Pryor, he had the right idea getting over there, but I think the step in with the shoulder towards the offensive player looked like he was maybe suited up yesterday on television in the NFL. Open field block.
Before Fairfield gets it, they lob it in to Watson. Langner going to fire up a 3-pointer. No good. That did a nice job following his shot. Kept it alive. Barnes lays it up and in.
You know what? The shot didn't go in, but he followed it and was able, you mentioned, able to keep it alive. Got just enough hand on it to keep it moving, not let the Panthers bring it in, and it rewards the Tigers with 2 points.
There's Nicholas. A strong drive. We're going to have another foul on Ethan Pryor. So he has 3 now.
That's the second Panther to pick up 3. Jacob Carville has as well. It gets Thomas back into the game. McCrum, Cody McCrum.
Oh, collision there at midcourt. Keegan went down hard. He's still down on the floor as the Panthers have a 5-on-4. Now Keegan gets back.
He's going to get called for a little bump out front. A little bit of frustration there. Maintain your cool. There was no call there, but it doesn't mean you come back in and start, getting up into the other player.
Chase Coyley is going to replace Keegan. The Central Rustic up by 5 with the ball. Just under 2 minutes to play. There's Carville, and he's called for steps. It'll go the other way. Langner to Watson, near steal. Instead, Fort Fairfield gets it across. They lob it to Langner, and it's going to be a Central Aroostook foul on Cody McCrum.
Just enough contact to gain the advantage to get the ball away there. Hand in the middle of the back. Dangerous cross-court pass here by the Tigers, though. They got away with it. Watson able to get control of it.
Yeah, a lot of air underneath some of those passes, and Central Aroostook coming close to several steals. Corley with a miss. Ball goes out of bounds. Fort will keep it.
See if they can maybe get the ball back inside to Barnes.
Yep, they kind of gone away from that here.
Of course, the Panthers doing a nice job with the 2-3 zone. It's an active zone, too. A lot of times you see teams, just kind of stand there, their hands up, and kind of move with the ball. They're really getting out and putting some pressure on the ball. Not letting the ball dictate what they do. They're trying to, with their defense, dictate where they want the ball to go.
Josh Dahl enters the game for Central Aroostook. And Jason Woodworth, true to his word, they've had just about everybody, if not everybody, see time on the court here tonight. They swing it around. Griffith misses the three. But again, out of the zone, tougher to rebound. Fort Fairfield gets the putback, and Chase Griffith nails the three.
That's a big bucket there. Again, there was 3 Tigers went after the loose ball in the corner. They did a nice job moving the ball around the perimeter that time. Well, Watson might have been able to take a shot. I know we were talking about getting it inside to Barnes, but I think Watson was available. Tough move in there by Bradbury. Just so strong. Surrounded by Tigers.
Langner now to Griffith, back to Langner. His three is no good. Tipped around. Malachi Fitzherbert comes away with the rebound for the Panthers. Fitzherbert whips it across now to Bradbury with 10 seconds left. It's last shot time, and Bradbury tries a three, rims out. Strong rebound there by Belmain. And a foul called on Fort Fairfield's Dawson Watson.
Well, that's another case of just turning and going to get the ball and not putting a body on. I believe it was Belmain came through the middle of the lane. Have to make sure you block out both ways.
So 2 seconds left. They get it to Bradbury. Three-pointer is short, and we've reached the end of 3 quarters at Fort Fairfield High School with a score Central Aroostook 51. Fort Fairfield 47. We'll be back for the final 8 minutes right after this. 1 minute break on WHOU.
Herring Brothers Meats has been in business in the Central Maine area for over 100 years. They are a federal USDA plant that provides processing of beef, pork, lamb, and goat by appointment, and is also MOFGA certified. Herring Brothers also has a full retail store able to cut to your needs. They offer beef, pork, chicken, specialty sausage, and their famous Wicked Good beef jerky.
Outfit your vehicle for tough jobs with commercial truck body and accessories at Main Equipment in Herman, Maine. At Main Equipment Company, we sell and install truck bodies, lift systems, garbage removal applications, and snow and sand spreading applications. Storage boxes and bed liners is also available. Call us at 207-848-5738. Dump bodies, hook lift hoists, truck bodies, sand and salt spreaders, rubbish packers. The right fit for your truck. The premier company in the state of Maine. Main Equipment Company.
Welcome back to Fort Fairfield High School. Now it's time for the injury report, brought to you by County Physical Therapy. Whether you want to get back to sports, back to work, or simply back to living your life, County Physical Therapy can help. Visit one of their 5 convenient locations or online at countypt.com to learn how CPT can help you. Panthers with the ball to start quarter number 4, and Josh Thomas drains another three-pointer, his 4th of the game.
Yeah, that's a nice play there. Little screen and roll action with Bradbury here. Put Thomas on the weak side, so if the defense comes, he can kick it to him got his feet underneath him and knocked it down.
See if they try to establish Barnes. They try to get it into him, but a tough pass to handle. It rolls harmlessly out of bounds.
Yeah, right idea. Just maybe get over a little bit over to the wing, a little more towards the bench side there. Create the angle to deliver it.
Nicholas gets across. Chase Corley guarding him. Thomas with another three. No good. Ball is loose. Thomas picks it up. Now it's Pryor. The Panthers with their starting five out on the floor. Foul's called on Caden Barnes. Bradbury's going to go to the line. Fort Fairfield also with their starting five out there with the exception of Chase Coyley, who's in there right now for Wyatt Keegan.
That possession there, the Panthers really looking to get the ball into Bradbury on the post. Love how he posts up. Get himself down low, wide, put the target hand out away from the defender. Able to deliver the pass.
There's a miss. Bradbury gets the rebound. Finds Carville. Looking for his first points of the game. Followed by Pryor, also no good. Fort Fairfield comes back with it. Coyley rifles it across. It's deflected before it gets it back into the hands of Coyley. Layup is no good. Shot blocked, and up ahead is Pryor. Layup's good.
A nice find there. I thought Bradbury might have got away with a foul on Coyley, and turns into 2 points this end.
Central Aroostook was down by 9 at halftime. They lead by 10. 6.5 minutes to play.
Really turned it around coming out of that halftime intermission. Put the full court pressure on. Tigers had a trouble in the early going of that fourth quarter and could not break it. And they've had trouble, as they did on this possession, getting the ball to fall. And Caden Barnes, point blank range, a couple opportunities. Seen Langner as well, and all kinds of trouble just getting the ball to drop through.
6:09 left. Central Aroostook leading 57-47. We'll be back in 1 minute on WHOU.
We all know a Aroostook County winter isn't much fun, but it can be with the right equipment. Holton Tire Company at 76 Myrna Street is your boss plow dealer and carries the King of Snow Aaron snowblowers. Full service department with parts in stock. Steelstone Industries in Holton is your location for gravel, salt, sand, paving, and plowing. Groundwork materials of all kinds and equipment to move it. Steelstone Industries is your aggregate supplier. You can visit Steelstone Industries at 154 Steelstone Street in Holton. County Ag and Turf Supply is at its new home on 7 Dow Siding Road in Caribou, offering the same great service. Randy and Jerry are working hard to supply the county with the best products. They offer Blue Seal Feed, Sentinel, Inspire, and Dynasty and Triple Crown for your equine, Home Fresh Extra Egg and Multi-Flock Pellets, and Crumples and Mealworm for your poultry, Entrust Pet Food for your cat or dog, Minerals for your beef and dairy. They have feed for all your livestock. County Ag and Turf Supply also has wood pellets, lubricants, and of course, Willow the Blue Seal Rabbit on the premises. Stop by County Ag and Turf Supply today.
Fort Fairfield's going to have the basketball following the timeout. They have 6 minutes and 9 seconds to try to erase a 10-point deficit. Here's Griffith, open for a millisecond there, but did not get the shot off. Instead, Cormier's going to try one, and that one is no good. Here's Pryor, now to Nicholas. Carville back to Nicholas with a fake, drives baseline, layup is no good. Pryor with the offensive rebound, ripped away by Griffith, tied up for Fairfield ball.
I tell you, Pryor, he's been big on the offensive glass, especially the second half.
You talked about in the pregame how much it looks like he's grown.
Yes.
And certainly been the case.
And they put him out here on the point of this trap as well. A little bit of length to bottle him up.
Barnes again can't get the layup to go. Thomas has the ball deflected out of bounds. Panthers will keep it. Bradbury finds Thomas. Back to Bradbury as Fort Fairfield pressures. Bradbury gets it across. Now Pryor gets into the paint. Misses the shot. Leads to a fast break opportunity for Fort Fairfield. Watson to Langner. Shot's no good. Barnes unable to follow, and it goes.
Once again, the Tigers, golden opportunity out in the open floor.
Yeah, the shots that were going in the first half certainly are not here in the second. You mentioned a different type of defense, and Central Rustic's pressure, I think, has tired out Fort Fairfield a little bit here. They're going to get Barnes. Carville's going to go to the line. Jake Carville's done a lot of nice things on the floor, but one thing he hasn't done yet is score. He'll have the chance to do that here. First one's no good. Also misfires, but it's a violation on Fort Fairfield. Carville's going back to the line. He misses that one as well. The Panthers are going to keep it.
Well, there were two Panthers after it, and Langner was in there with them. Going to get together, see if anybody has any information to give. Looks like it's going the other way.
So a good job by the officials there, getting the call right. Fort Fairfield still trailing by 10. Under 5 minutes to play. We got to start really taking advantage of all their opportunities, but they turn it over. They're going to get it back as Bradbury was stepping out of bounds.
And again, the pressure defense that Central Rustic's throwing in the backcourt here, just giving the Tigers some fits. Passing, just not getting there. That's going to be a reach.
Yeah, Fort's been unable to organize their offense at all in the second half. Not a lot of great looks.
Yeah, we're closing in on halfway through the fourth quarter and been held scoreless here.
And that's foul number 4, also committed by Ethan Pryor. So a big weapon. Has to come out of the game for a little while anyways. See if the Tigers can take advantage. There's Bradbury getting his hands in there to knock it loose. Gets it across. Nicholas tries to get it inside to Belmain, but Fort Fairfield's defense was there to pick it off. Keegan misses the shot, gets the rebound. Up, no good. Bradbury there.
Well, again, the first look that Keegan had, I mean, that's a good look. Probably 8, 9 times out of 10 they're going to fall for him, and that's just been the story of the second half for the Tigers.
So a foul is committed by Fort Fairfield. That one's on Langner, his third. Carville flashes, loses it, and is called for the backcourt violation. Again, we've been stuck at this score for I think a minute and a half, 57-47. Fort Fairfield needs to get going here to try to make a game of it here.
Yeah, the clock is not their friend anymore. They have got to attack the hoop, run their offense, but attack when they can.
Watson with a miss. Barnes with the rebound, gets in traffic. Wyatt Keegan gets a look. And Bradbury comes away with the rebound. And a blocking foul called on Barnes. So we walk the other end, and Bradbury will shoot. As Barnes now with 4 fouls.
That's maybe a little frustration setting in. You know, when Bradbury got the rebound, he looked at the official and said, hey, he's on my back. And then got up into him in the backcourt, and that's where the foul came in.
Bradbury hits a free throw. He has made 5. And he's missed 5 so far. Now Barnes comes out of the game officially, and Chase Coyley replaces him. Bradbury splits a pair, but Pryor back into the game, grabs the offensive rebound.
And we've seen him do that multiple times.
Pryor, shot is no good. Bradbury puts it up, no good. Carville makes it the 3rd time a charm there. Layup is good. Ball goes out of bounds. Fort will keep it. With 2:51 remaining, the Panthers have wiped out what was a 9-point deficit at halftime, and they lead by 13. Langner turns it over. Here's Carville. Drives, lays it up and in.
And Barnes with the 4 fouls really couldn't contest that much. I mean, he gave as much as he could, shoulder to shoulder with him.
Langner can't get it to go. And they're going to get a travel called on Carville.
Barnes, looks to me like he had his arm caught in when Carville ripped the ball out and got called for the travel. He's still kind of holding it.
Griffith misses the 3. Pryor with yet another rebound. Getting close to the 2-minute mark. Panthers looking for their 2nd victory of the season. The first one came 10 days ago in Van Buren. Long layoff. Central Aroostook will go back to work on Wednesday, making the trip to Holton to take on the Shire Towners. Right now the Shires and the Vikings hooked up in what was a good one the early part of the 4th quarter. We'll have an update for you before we leave you for this one. For Fairfield, next game is going to be at home next Monday against Madawaska. Pryor banks the 2nd one. He is up to 13 points. 3 players in double figures for the Panthers. As Coyley hounded out front by Bradbury. There's a pass to Langner. And Griffith gets a shot to go. That breaks a long drought for Fort Fairfield. There's a pass off the top of the head of Pryor. Fort Fairfield now looking to run with 1.5 minutes to play. Langner's shot defended by Bradbury, and a foul is committed by Fort Fairfield. They're going to get Langner. It's his 5th. So foul shots now for Carville. Short on the free throw. Bradbury is fouled. Number 14, Graydon Griffith, Called for the personal. Bradbury to the line. Where he's been there often. This is his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 12th and 13th free throw attempts. Gets that one to go.
Well, when you're as active as he is inside, a concerted effort to make sure you get the ball into him on the post, he's gonna earn himself double-digit attempts each night.
Watson flings up a three-pointer. It's good. Watson's first points of this second half.
Well, the Tigers have scored in the last couple trips, but going to get Watson hounding Bradbury, send him to the line again. The offense is getting going just too late.
Braden Bradbury back to the stripe. Free throw is good. Second one for the senior is no good. Again, 1 out of 2. Keegan's looking to drive. It's blocked by Bradbury. Graydon Griffith tries to get it to Chase.
Well, that's nice timing by Bradbury. Now if you're the Panthers, just keep the ball moving.
Josh Thomas fires up a three, but saved by Bradbury right into the hands of Pryor with a layup. An impressive second half for Central Aroostook as they're going to win this one. Wyatt Keegan with another three-pointer.
What would it be, 39 points in the second half for the Panthers?
Yes.
We're going to have to find out what was said at halftime. Certainly the changing up of defenses was a key, putting the full court pressure on. They went to a 2-3 zone, an active 2-3 zone in the third quarter, and then they come back to their man-to-man.
Yeah, definitely saw a different type of intensity in that second half. Pryor has the ball knocked out of bounds, so with 7.7 seconds remaining, Panthers will have it. Carville to Nicholas. Belmain dribbles the clock out, hands it off to an official, and that does it. 68-55 the final. We'll take a 1-minute break. We'll come back for our Pat's Pizza post-game show right after this on WHOU.
Don't get flush traded. Get Rick Hannigan Plumbing and Heating to handle all your pipes. Master Plumber Rick is ready to get your pipes back in action. Give Rick a call today at 538-7131 and like him on Facebook.
Scoville Building Supplies may be a little store, but it's a whole lot more. You can find most anything you need at Scoville Building Supplies: plumbing, painting, lumber, windows, or doors. Everything you will need for your construction, remodeling, updating, or building. Call Scoville Building Supplies today at 425-3192.
Sorry, Dad.
Sure, you could get him a new car. You could also light a pile of money on fire.
Sorry.
Because as long as Mr. It wasn't my fault takes the wheel on occasion, maintaining this car is your best option. So keep it running longer, stronger, with quality parts and a whole lot of Napa know-how.
Dad, where are you going?
Welcome back to Fort Fairfield High School. It's time for our Pat's Pizza post-game show, and Bobby Russell down to the floor with our special guest.
All right, thanks, Kevin. Pat's Pizza post-game guest Josh Thomas, the victorious Panthers. Tigers played a pretty good first half, had the 9-10-point lead going in. Coach Woodworth must have had an inspirational speech.
Yeah, he told us to just get it down low and start boxing out. We weren't playing very good defense, so start playing better defense.
Well, and you changed up the defenses. You went with the full court pressure and backed into it looked to me like a pretty active 2-3 zone, and that really gave the Tigers some trouble.
What's the question?
Well, you changed up the defenses and went with the full court pressure and really got them turned over. And that seemed to get your offense going in the second half.
Yeah, we pressured them, and they weren't very good at that. We kept on putting all the pressure on them. They couldn't handle it very good.
Absolutely. Now, you also knocked down some big threes, hit one early, hit a few here in the second half. You know, it's kind of been your MO. You kind of spot up around the perimeter, the kids find you, and just knock them down.
They go inside and just pass out to me. I get the open shot.
Now, what's the outlook for the Panthers? I know we finished number 1 in the heel points last year. Certainly want to get back to Bangor. What's been the talk in the locker room?
We just need Braden's one of our better players, so we're just getting him the ball a lot. And
well, how about getting back to Bangor? That must be a goal of the team that you guys have set?
Yeah, get number 1 seed again. Just make it further into the playoffs.
All right, absolutely. And I guess, partner, happens to be Josh's birthday today as well. So 17 years old today. Happy birthday, and best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Josh Thomas, our Pat's Pizza post-game guest. As we wrap things up from Fort Fairfield High School, a quick rundown of the scoring. Starting with Fort Fairfield, 4 players in double figures, almost 5. Chase Griffith had 8 points, 10 points each for Dawson Watson, Colby Langner, 13 for Wyatt Keegan. Caden Barnes led the way with 14. St. Rustic, they had 3 players in doubles. Also Stetson Nicholas, he had 3 points. Jake Carville had 4. 15 for Ethan Pryor. Josh Thomas had 20. Braden Bradbury led the way with 24 points. So the St. Rustic Panthers, they come back trailing by 9 points at halftime. They win by 13. Big effort in the second half. Defensively and offensively, they put almost 40 points on the board in the second half and really clamped down defensively, holding Fort Fairfield to 17.
Yeah, it was a great defensive effort there in the second half, and we talked throughout the course of the game about how they came out with a full court pressure and really turned the Tigers over early and often in that third quarter and put that big run on and basically negated the 9-point lead they had at halftime immediately. And from there, they just kind of cruised on home.
Impressive win. Again, St. Rustic goes back to work on Wednesday. A tough opponent, the Holton Shire Towners. Holton loses tonight to Caribou by a score of 72-63. Fort Fairfield's next game is going to be a week from tonight. They will take on the Madawaska Owls right here at Fort Fairfield. Again, join us tomorrow night. 3 streams going. All girls games, all 7 o'clock scheduled tip-offs. Holton at Central Rustic, Fort Fairfield at Fort Kent, and Herman at Old Town. So that does it on behalf of Marco back at the station, Marco Almani, also Ricky Goupel taking care of the camera duties tonight. My color man, Bobby Russell. I'm Kevin Schoberg signing off. Again, St. Rustic Panthers with the victory in this one. The final score, 68-55. Have a good night, everybody.